All right. Special edition with the Fantasy Gods. We are live. What's tonight? Wednesday night, man, or random
Wednesday.
Wednesday night?
Wednesday.
And we've been on a couple times. Myself, Dan, but
Yes.
Clay is in
Wow.
the building.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
What's
Let's get it.
good? Clay, how
Let's
you
get
feeling,
it.
man?
I feel great. Always exciting week 11. I know this is going to be big for a lot of fantasy teams. I know this is pivotal this week. Everybody's trying to get their sit starts, the right players in, get their trade deadlines this week. So you got to lock it in.
This is a big day. So if you are with us on TikTok hanging out, man, we got all three of the gods right now. So if you got any questions for myself, Dan, Isaiah, head to the YouTube, to the Twitch. All of us are on. We rarely do this where we're all three of us are on. Dan even got his baby in the lap, man. Let's go. We're going to have a good combo today. Hey, we had a lot of, obviously we had a lot of, a lot of conversations on the channel today in regards to just some difference in takes and opinions, man. What's your guys' view? Because I got my own thoughts. Obviously, what's your guys' view on taking victory laps? Or kind of just saying, hey, when do you know that something's right? Like, you could go through the entire season, something's wrong, and something comes up, an injury happens. Like, kind of like when Dan tried to call me out for Derrick Henry in 370, and then he ended up getting hurt. It's like sometimes you can victory lap a little too soon. Yeah, I went there. You can victory lap a little too soon. When is too soon to victory lap? What y'all think?
Go ahead, Clay. Take that one.
To me, I think a victory lap is too soon. It's hard because, right, injuries plague. I mean, it's football. Injuries happen. So, to say that person failed because they got injured is kind of a disservice, and it's not really factual because who knows how if they kept going. Yeah, injuries suck; they're part of the game, but it just sucks when you say, "Hey, you lost because of injury." It's just like, well, not really, but yeah, okay at that point. But I really I think it sucks that way. But if somebody's playing all year, Mike Davis, and they still are terrible, then I think that's more of a bust. And that's the type of person where you say, hey, let me take my victory lap now.
Mike Davis, man. It's time to take the victory lap with Mike Davis. He's trash. Hey, yo, we got some questions on TikTok. Hey, for everybody who wants to know, we're on YouTube, Twitch. All three of us are on right now. All the gods, myself, Dan, Isaiah. Come hang out with us, man. We're going to be here for like a half hour or so answering guys' questions. So I'm going to go through just the TikTok questions real quick, and whoever comes on YouTube, Twitch, however y'all want to ask tonight, we're going to let it happen, man. But all of us are on, rare occasion, me, Dan, and Clay on the YouTube and Twitch. It's Fantasy Gods on all platforms. So they ask you if they want to 1v1 you. Nah, come on, bro. You ain't ready for the 1v1. You guys know how I am, man. And all three of us can handle our own. So you know you ain't ready for no 1v1. They said we're taking 4 victory. He said take 4 victory laps. 4 victory laps. Man. I'm taking more than that. Hey, all I know is I got some. I'm playing to the vest right now because by the end of the season, boy, it's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some shit at the end of the season.
Heavy hitters coming.
We throwing shots. We throwing shots at the end of the season,
not ready,
man.
Dog.
They're not ready for that, bro. All right, thoughts on Matt Ryan, just real quick, Dan or Clay, take this one over, man. Thoughts on Matt Ryan?
God, go ahead, Dan.
Matt Ryan, man. I don't know, man. It's just it's been a tough season for him. Losing Calvin Ridley from the get. I mean, adapting with Pitts and all that. Just not a good season for the Falcons in general. Personally, I think the shining star of the Falcons really has been Cordell Patterson, and he just got hurt. So, we wish him a speedy recovery. He's been a gem for fantasy. But yeah, Matt Ryan, man, I don't know, man.
Agreed. Matt Ryan is not who you want. And if you guys are hanging out with us right now, all the gods right now, me, Dan, Clay, we all on Twitch, YouTube, come hang out with us. I'm gonna go rapid fire through some of these questions here on TikTok real quick. What do you do with Kamara? We talked about this. Dan and I talked about this yesterday. You hold him, and you're not trading him for the low. Make sure he comes back healthy. But you're holding on to him. What happened to Aaron? Can Aaron Rodgers throw TDs to Adams? What y'all think about? What y'all think about Aaron Rodgers to Adams, man? Y'all buying it still or what?
Oh, yeah, I'm locked in. I have him in a few leagues. I love Adams. I love his upside. His targets are still there. His yards are still there. I wouldn't worry too much about him. The touchdowns, I mean, the teams lock in, defenses lock into Adams when they're in the red zone. So, I mean, he's gonna get his eventually. I think he's got a comfortable floor. He's not gonna ruin your week, but you got to trust in your studs. But if you want to trade him for the high. But to me, I'm not letting him go.
Yo, so we got a couple things going on. Hey, on the random Wednesday, man, we got a couple fun things going on right now. Matt, we're gonna get back to your question, Matthew, man. But shout out to Fantasy Dude. He said, "I'm here for the clout. What's good, boys?" And we got a special visitor on our TikTok page right now. You guys might know him. He has 3 letters in his name. He might go by the name Max. He said, my dude said, he said, Justin, what's good? Why is your boy making a full collage about me? Hey, Dan, lightweight, you did go in on him though, bro. But
yeah,
hey,
man,
Max,
at the end,
you fucked it up though, bro.
Max,
You know Dan was on Taylor, man. Now you set the bait. He said, good luck on the Twitch grind, fellas.
Yeah. No, he knows what it is. He knows who was really on him the whole time. We know Max didn't have anything like that, so
yeah,
it's all good. I had to let him know. Like he made some. He had some bad takes. Bad man. If he was really on Taylor, he would have been on Taylor. I've been on Taylor for a long time.
Yep.
Since college.
That dude, since college, man. That dude is just clout chasing Taylor is what he's doing. Clout chasing Taylor, man.
Oh, clout chasing Taylor. He said we were clout chasing earlier. Somebody asked him about that. Appreciate you tuning in, Max, making sure. He said, what an intro. I got you, bro. I got you. Hey, we're here for the smoke, bruh. We're here for the smoke. So whenever you want it, you want 1v1 with Dan, with me, you already know it's good, dog. You're taking over our show right now, bro. But appreciate you tapping in with the Fantasy Gods. We here, man. We want to answer some questions here from some of these questions we got in. Matthew, I told you we get to you, bro. Just traded J-Rob, Mike Will, Waller for Eckler and Pittman. Is that a dub? What you thinking, guys?
On paper, I think you're kind of giving up on Waller a little too soon. I like J-Rob. I think his volume is going to stay the same. Eckler is nice and Pittman is nice. It just depends on how your team looks, what your depth is looking like going into the playoffs. But I think don't give up on Waller too soon. I know he hasn't been the guy that we all thought he was going to be, but I think that's a little bit low. But again, I'm not an Eckler dude, so you're probably coming from the wrong person.
You said don't give up on Waller too soon, bro.
I would say it depends on.
Didn't you just trade Waller today, though? Hey, didn't you
just
trade Waller today?
You did, but it came with Kittle. So if I'm going to trade him, I would have traded him for going up. Like I'm not going to trade Waller
It just depends on your tight end. If you have a tight end, then lock in Eckler. Go get a better running back. Running backs are hard to come by. Depends on your tight end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you're hanging out with us on TikTok, all 3 of the gods, we rarely do this. All 3 of us are on Twitch right now. Myself, Dan, and Clay. We all hanging out right now, answering some questions for about the next 30 minutes. Our guy, Fantasy Finest, is joining in, saying what's up. Man, he said he's got 3 teams at 4-6. That's a rough one right there, bro.
You should have listened to Fantasy Gods.
He should have been listening to Fantasy Gods. Nah, hey, Fantasy Finest be doing his thing, bro. He's on Twitch, on Twitter, my bad. Doing his thing. Let's see. We got a random question. Random. I kind of like these random questions before we get into the blitz of questions we got here on YouTube and in Twitch. She says, as we near Thanksgiving, want to ask what you're thankful for. I feel like it's kind of good to go through some random stuff, man. So what are you guys thankful for, man? Whether it can be fantasy related, be regular related. Y'all just finished talking. So I'll go for me, I'm just thankful for family. I'm actually going to be in Hawaii for the next week, man. So thankful to be able to get away for a little bit and appreciative of all the work that we all put in, man. Like we put in a lot of fucking work on this shit and just in general in life, we all got families. And so I'm just thankful for, first of all, for that. And then second of all, for this, man, just being able to have an outlet to kind of talk to everybody, help out fantasy wise, help out, just get this sports shit out of my head. We all love sports and been talking about it for years. So be able to help some other people out, man. That's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah, so for me, it's definitely family and friends, just having the support system all around my core household. Just very thankful for that. Thankful for the just health, just being healthy and just having the opportunity to do something that we love. And it's just kind of a passion of ours as far as talking fantasy football.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Obviously I'm thankful for my family, my friends, my health. I know this last 2 years probably has been really, really tough on a lot of different people. So I think with fantasy football, just having that outlet to get away and, to kind of escape the pressures of real life work every day, that kind of stuff. I'm also thankful that I have Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, and Deebo Samuel on one team. Let's
go. This squad is nice. Squad is nice.
Let's go.
All right, let's go rapid fire. Somebody pick this one. Dan Arnold or TJ Hawkinson for this week?
TJ Hawkinson always.
Boom. Clay says TJ Hawkinson. I'm
going to roll Dan Arnold. Dan for Dan. Let's go.
Dan's going for Dan. I'll take this one. Would you trade Moss for Hurts if I have Wentz? Absolutely. I trade Zach Moss for Jalen Hurts. Go get him, man. He's locked in production. Only thing is he has a late buy, so just be careful with that, but go get Hurts. Traded Patterson for Thielen and Gaskins. Did he win?
I think in the interim, it depends on the injury of Patterson. I think if Patterson is good, I think it's a wash. But if he's not hurt, then I think he lost a little.
This is the first time I ever heard your voice, Clay. They say you sound like Pat Mahomes, bruh.
Sweet. Can I make his money? Can I make Pat's money? Run his money.
$550 million.
Pay me 5% of that. It's good.
Run his money. Don't run his girl. Don't run his girl. Just give me his money, man. Just give me his money.
Or his brother.
Not his girl.
Yo, man. All right, here we go. Another one. Traded Patterson for Thielen and Gaskin. Did you win? Now, I think with the injury of Cordell Patterson, you got to say that's a win right now, getting a locked-in receiver with Thielen. And Gaskin's been playing a little up and down, but it ain't too bad. It's not the 4th round, 5th round ADP that you drafted him, but right now he's serviceable as a flex. Let's see. Dan, what you think? Should he be worried about Cordell Patterson? Obviously, with the injury going down, Mike Davis will not take over his role at all, but should he be worried about the injury long term?
Here's my thing. Look, at the end of the day, most people that have Patterson got him for free. So, really, at the end of the day, why would you be worried? I mean, this guy is just a luxury to you. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if you're really thinking that Patterson needs to be your RB2 or even RB1, I mean, you got other problems. So to me, I'm not worried about Patterson because, again, he should have been free to you.
Right. No, it's a good call, man. Fantasy Dude said they're all on the same screen together at the same time. But has anyone ever seen them in the same room at the same time? Actually, we were for our draft. Speaking of, man, so if you want to be in the Gawds League draft, we were all in there. Me and Dan are dominating. Clay somewhere down there at the bottom. But you know how it is, man. You know how it is, though.
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all, man. Question about DJ Moore. What should you do? We talked about this a little bit yesterday. DJ Moore, you are not selling DJ Moore. You just adjust your value. I think everybody had him coming in as like a wide receiver 1. He is a strong wide receiver 2, can have wide receiver 1 upside any given week. And I think Cam actually helps his value and will solidify that value. So don't knock him down because Cam is there, but don't put him up in the higher echelon of wide receiver 1 numbers. No, he's a rock solid wide receiver 2. You got your hands on right there. What you guys think of this trade? D-Hop for David Montgomery and James Robinson.
I think it depends on your team, but on paper, I like the David Montgomery, James Robinson side, especially knowing how thin running backs are right now, especially heading into these last few weeks. People trying to get in. We don't know about D-Hop's health. His hamstring's been bothering him. So if you have 2 players that you can count on and put in your running back spots, and they've already had their bye, D-Hop still has to take his bye. So I think that's a win.
Hell yeah. All right, I got 2 things I want to address real quick. Fantasy Finance said, Hype Finance, he said he's getting in our league next year. Redraft. He's good. Locked in the spot, man. We got him locked in the spot. And Daily Football Roundup says he wants to collab with us. It's good. Make sure you hit us up in the bio. We got an email in there. If you guys want to collab, partner with us on anything, we are open for whatever. And then if you guys also make sure you follow, get in our Discord too. You can hit us up individually in there as well. So this is a Mooney question. I'm going to send this one to Dan. Says, I got a question about Daryl Mooney, Adrian Peterson, or Kendrick Bourne. I butchered that shit so bad. Who you got, man? Mooney, Peterson, or Kendrick Bourne?
Wow. A horrible trio right there. But I'm going to go with Mooney. I think that the connection with Fields is still prevalent. Go with Mooney. He's going to get the targets. He's just playing better.
Yes, sir. We are on if you're asking about the stream, we're on Twitch and YouTube right now. You can just search Fantasy Gods, will probably pop up. But we're on all different streaming platforms right now. You can catch me, Dan, and Clay all answering questions right now, full conversation. Fantasy Dude says, I can't unhear it. Must be talking about that Mahomes voice you got there. Red Raider.
Can I get his money though? I'm still looking for that Mahomes paycheck. I'm still looking for it.
Skull Gang says thoughts on Vikings Packers. Man, let's fantasy wise. What you guys thinking? It's gonna be a high scoring game.
These division games are always tough, man. You just don't know. It's either high scoring or low scoring, and there's rarely an in between. I think personally, I think this is going to be a high scoring game. I hope that Aaron Rodgers is going to be back to closer to full strength. He said he was tired and out of breath in last week's game because of COVID, and so I hope that he's back. And I think there's going to be a lot more room for targets. We're going to see AJ Dillon in a first start. And so we're going to see how he responds to that because, last week, Aaron Jones got hurt, which we don't like to see, but hopefully it's a short-term thing. He avoided serious injury. So I think it's going to be high scoring. I would put my dogs out there. You got JJ, you got Thielen, you got, Dalvin. The boys are going to ready to play. So I see high scoring.
High scoring, man. The comments seem to agree with you here on TikTok, at least. We're going to move on to the next question. Mooney, Davis, Jones, Agnew, D. Smith, pick 2. Dan, rapid fire, pick 2.
I'm going to go with Devonta Smith. And is that Corey Davis? I'm going to go with Corey Davis on that one. Let's
run it. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube, to the Twitch. We're on there, all 3 guys right now. So right now, I'll take this one right here. Second year in fantasy, a valuable lesson learned is the real league winners are in the 5th round and beyond. And I think this is true. It's being active, making sure you're taking advantage of knowing what players are hot, and also taking advantage of trades, ad drops, just being active. Management is a big portion of fantasy football success. So if you're a championship contender, that means you're going to be buying low, selling high, picking up players before they pop off, just making quality moves throughout the season. You cannot win the league at your draft. That's not how you win fantasy football. He says, you guys want to set my lineup this week? I'm indecisive. Run it.
Yeah, run the lineup.
Run the lineup.
That's
I'm
easy.
7-3 and in first place. I have a bit of depth. Should I try to set my team up for the playoffs or ride with the squad I have? Consolidate.
Absolutely. You got to consolidate. You can't have all that depth because then you're going into playoff weeks. You don't know who to start. Who do I start? Who do I start? Who do I sit? Who do I sit? And you end up missing out on big points. Go for the guaranteed money for these teams that are trying to fight for a playoff spot. Like, go out and get those Camaras, those players who are studs who are on the fence. Like, go get those players. Try and get your team locked in for the playoffs and beyond. If you're first place, you have a week 15 bye now. So just go into it assuming you're going to play week 16 for the first time and have those players ready to roll. Look at your matchups down the road, see who you want, see who you like, and target those players.
Love it. Dan, what you think? Mike Williams, rest of the season outlook. Where you got him?
Again, I mean, he was a late round drafted player. I mean, again, you're going to have him wide receiver 3, but he is still wide receiver 2 with upside. It's kind of like a DJ Moore in a sense for me. Just kind of, look, he's going to have boom weeks, he's going to have bust weeks, but again, he was always your wide receiver 3, maybe even wide receiver 4. So that's where I got him.
Facts. We're going to run this question right here. Kelsey, Cooper, and Gibson, or CD, DK, and Monty. So I'm probably going to rock with the side that has Kelsey because depending on your tight end, you probably don't have a top 3 tight end if you're looking to make this move. Give me the Kelsey side. It gives you that cheat code, man. When you got the tight end that could be a wide receiver 1, I think it's a little bit more valuable than having a wide receiver 1 at wide receiver 1. So keep Kelsey or trade for Kelsey. Even though he has a bye week 12, I guess if you're like 3 wins, 2 wins, you could trade Kelsey, but Kelsey's a cheat code, man. You like this one, Dan? Traded Diggs and Waller from Montgomery, Lockett, and Gaskin.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like that at all.
Those are the wrong kind of moves.
Talents and Diggs and that's the wrong move. That's opposite.
You went the wrong way. And Gaskin still has a bye. You got to eat. So, and he hasn't been doing much. You got Diggs who's coming off a boss week, and he's starting to ramp it up at the right time.
Man, that's not a God move, man. That's not what we would do. All right, I'm gonna rapid fire some of these TikTok questions. If you're not on YouTube, Twitch, you're not getting a guaranteed answer. So go sub on there, get a guaranteed answer. Thoughts on Chris Carson? He's got to get healthy. I'm not buying into him. Maybe for a late playoff run, but I'm not counting on him at all. Should I trade Patterson for Robinson or Montgomery? If you're trading for J-Rob, I ain't mad at you, or David Montgomery. Ryan, man, he said, come get D-Hop. He already know what it is. Ryan said, come get D-Hop. You know what it is, man. God's D-Hop price. Man, our league is so active with the trades. I love it. If you guys want to check out our league standings and what we got going on, it's in the link in the bio. You can check out like the Yahoo standings and stuff, man. It's a fun league, bro. We're doing a lot of trades. I'm number 2 right now. Dan's number 1. It ain't going to last long, though, bro. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
I got Dan this week, though. I'm taking him. I need you to take him this week. I got him this week.
I might not lose again the rest of the season, so I hope y'all ready for that. I got 2 losses by less than 1 point, y'all. 2 losses by less than 1 point.
So do I. I got some losses like crazy.
Dan got like 3 wins by less than a point. He has one by less than 0.03 points, which is crazy.
Yeah, who won against Justin, though? Who won?
Oh, get out of here, bro. Last player or whatever it was, man. Get out of here. All right, Michael Gallup or Mooney?
Kanye did a song about this, right?
I'm going to go with Michael Gallup on this one. I'm going to go Michael Gallup. He looked phenomenal in his return. He looked like an elite guy. Again, if Cooper or CD were to unfortunately go down, he instantly vaults wide receiver 2 for me.
I like Mooney. He's like, there's just too many mouths to feed in Dallas, and you never know who's going to pop off.
Shout out to the homie Will Spencer coming in from TikTok straight to the YouTube, Twitch. That's what we talking about. That's love right there, man.
That's
just
love.
we already ran this one right here. Looks like a couple of comments are coming in twice. Waddle or AB?
Waddle.
I think I'll go AB on that one, dog.
I like Waddle.
Yeah. It looks like on
Instagram,
AB looks like he's getting his running back. He's running. He looks like he's in shape. When AB was active, he was upper echelon wide receiver 2, almost posting wide receiver 1 numbers. Waddle to me is just a fancy Jarvis Landry.
Ooh, I like the comparison, but you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong, man. Chris Carson, man. All right, here we go. Calling it now. Jacoby Myers is going to score another TD this week. Hell no. If he scores back-to-back after not scoring for, 3 years, whatever it was, god damn. All right, here we go.
It'll probably happen.
I ain't going to be here.
I ain't going to be here. That magic gift. Hey, all right, so here we go. We got this one. The homie Nick came through on both platforms, too. Shout out to anybody that comes from TikTok to the YouTube and Twitch and subscribes to y'all. Y'all the goats for real. Pick 2. Elijah Moore, Sanders, Stevenson. Pick 2.
I'm going to go with Elijah Moore and Stevenson. I think that Stevenson gets more run. I know that Harris is projected to come back, but, man, you can't deny the hot hand. Roll with Stevenson.
I like Moore, and I like Sanders just because I'll never trust the Patriots running back. That's just me.
yeah. Damien Harris is back. I think I'm not going there. So, man, this is Gawds talking trash. That's what we do, man. We do this with each other. I was on Clay's cap earlier talking about his the Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel take, bro. We on each other's caps all the time, man. That's how it works. Fantasy football.
We don't get offended.
Don't get offended, bro. Any very recommended playoff studs? Ooh, so playoff studs, you're looking at like who you should be looking to target. I think you got to go for those lower tier the players who are having down weeks. So we talked about this yesterday. Go look at D-Hop. Go get a D-Hop. Go get a Saquon. Players that are undervalued right now in the fantasy community that have decent schedules. Go and get some of those type of players. I don't have anybody else off the top of my head. You guys got any?
Terry McLaurin. I like him. He's coming off some bad weeks, and I think
you like him now?
Come on, dog. I got him, but you just playing me. You playing me on the price, bro. You playing
me on
the
that was
price.
Straight. Hey, y'all rate this trade real quick. It was, I want you guys drop it. Who wins this side of the deal? I'm not going to tell you as who. It was DeAndre Hopkins and Calvin Ridley, who's probably not coming back this year. It was just a shot in the dark. D-Hop and Calvin Ridley for Terry McLaurin and A-Rob. Who won? A-Rob, Terry McLaurin for D-Hop and Calvin Ridley. And Clay, you're going to feel like a fucking idiot. Here we go. Let us know who won that deal. DK or AJ Brown? Who you rolling with, though?
Allen Robinson, there's talent on waivers for that guy, right? Like, Woo. I mean, Woo.
It's true. It's true, man.
I mean, he's putting up Christian Kirk numbers less than.
Yikes. Look, I'm going to answer the question, so let's get back to the show. I'm going to go with AJ Brown. I feel like him. Look, at the end of the day, the Titans need to win. They're trying for a bye. So for me, and to go back to the previous question, find teams that are fighting for the playoffs, because again, you want to find those players, those fantasy players, are going to get targets and points. So find teams with playoffs.
All right, here we go. We got a few answers. Brandon Bean said D-Hop Calvin wins. Then you can shop Calvin. Terry wins. D-Hop Calvin won. So we got a little bit of a mixed bag. It's closer. It's closer than it seems, right? Closer than it seems. All right, here we go. Next question up. I traded DK and Deontay Smith for Jamar Chase and DJ Moore. Thoughts?
I would say that it's probably going to be a win for me. I think that Jamar Chase just has that, it's next level stuff, man.
Yep.
And then DJ Moore, I think, could probably outdo Devonta Smith. Rookie woes. I think he can with Cam back. So slight edge for me on the Chase side.
Yeah, I think I like it too. DK and Devontae Smith for Jamar Chase and DJ Moore. I'm rolling with the DJ Moore Chase side, man. I think he might be looking ahead to the bye week for DJ Moore, but Devontae Smith has one too. So I'm still rocking with the Chase DJ Moore side. If you're hanging out with us on TikTok, head over to Twitch and YouTube. We chilling, man. All three of us, Clay, Dan, and me, Jahan, man. How concerned should I be about Russell Wilson? This is another somebody asked about playoff studs earlier. This is the kind of player you want to go get. Go get him now. Go get Russell Wilson. He'll be fine.
You knew coming in this first week he wasn't going to be 100%. Like coming in off his throwing finger. You can't. What do you expect? Like you just have to be prepared for the next couple weeks. You're going to be kind of down, but if you can get into the playoffs and have him for the playoff schedule, I feel like Russell's still that dude. I mean, even with his rushing ability, I mean, you want Russell to. You love that guy.
Facts. Good call. I said, okay, thanks. I'll sit Stevenson. Good call there. All right, here we go. This is an interesting question. So with Stafford on a bye, who are you rolling with? Cam and a little bit of the unknown first game back starting against Washington, a very good matchup. Or are you looking at Joe Burrow this week? Who you like, Dan?
I'm gonna roll with Cam, bro. I just think that he's happy to be back. He's ready. He's got a full week to prepare. He's got the team on his shoulders, man. He's Superman, dude. I'm gonna go with Cam. I just think rushing upside. Lock him in for another.
Let's go, Cam. What do you say? I'm back. I'm back. All right, Terry McLaurin for Miles Sanders. Hell no, we're not doing that. Keep Terry McLaurin.
Terry.
AJ Brown or Deontay Johnson. I think it's a pretty even.
I like AJ Brown for the upside. I think Deontay Johnson is just capped because of Ben's ability to get the ball downfield. I like AJ in the spot. I think they're going to lean on him a lot more going into the rest of the season. With no Derrick Henry, no Julio for the next 2 weeks. I think AJ is locked into a certain floor, and he's going to be able to. He's going to fulfill that.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson for me is just like a tad bit younger, little more explosive Keenan Allen. Guy is going to get you about 8 to 10 catches, but fluky yardage week, so it could be 60 yards, could be 120.
I like it. Yeah, I probably roll Deontay Johnson for the floor. I like AJ Brown too, and I think he'll have some blow up weeks, but I probably would go with Deontay Johnson because in the playoffs you just want to get guaranteed points, and he seems like the source of that. Thoughts on Adrian Peterson this week versus Houston?
Bench him.
Go ahead.
Bench him. I just don't even like to play Adrian Peterson. He's just there for clout. He's not. They're putting Deontay Foreman in that role, and I just don't see how he's going to provide any fantasy value.
Yeah, you got to sit AP in this one. I feel like they're obviously running Foreman in there. McNichols is part of it. I really wouldn't want any part of this backfield right now. And the only way I'd start Adrian Peterson if it's a super deep, like standard team league. If it was like a 16-team standard league, then maybe AP gets in for a score. But if he doesn't get in for a score, he's damn near useless. So A-Rob and Terry won that deal. Terry gets a lot of targets. See, Clay, you over here, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I was giving you that love. Man, what do we do with Hawkinson, bro? What are we doing with Hawkinson, man? Because he came in kind of highly touted. He had that big week 1, and then we've kind of seen him like just start to trend down. What are we doing with TJ Hawkinson? Because it feels like he should be performing way better than he is, but it doesn't seem like it's coming anytime this season.
Yeah, I think that for me, Hawkinson is kind of the only guy on the field that can do anything as far as the pass catchers go. So I think that he's just kind of falling, on double teams and just scheme. And, super hard. And that's why Swift is getting a lot of those dump offs because normally those dump offs in short area passes go to the tight end. And you're seeing him get double teamed and schemed out of games. So for me, I'm sitting him. I'm benching him for now. And I'm going to just bench him. And if you have a better option at tight end, play him.
Facts. All right. Well, we're running with Godwin or Hollywood rest of the season. Clay, go ahead and take this one, man.
I like Godwin. I think they're in a better offense. I think with Baltimore, they're gonna try to get Bateman more involved and into the system. And as the season goes on, they also still have Sammy. I know he's not too much of a threat, but I mean that's just another person to steal targets. Mark Andrews is probably the person that you want to target on that Baltimore team in terms of pass catching. Godwin has that safe floor, and he has upside for touchdowns and big games. So I like Godwin rest of the season.
Yeah. Good call, man. I think Godwin over Hollywood as well. Got a question about Saquon. What do you think about Saquon rest of the season? Still top 10. And this is an interesting question. I'll go ahead and take this one. For me, Saquon is not top 10. He's top 3. You have to value him as a top 3 running back because when he's on the field, he's elite. He is the elite of the elite. So you're only talking about C-Mac, maybe Najee Harris now in that conversation. DeAndre Swift, like that's where
Taylor?
you have to – I missed that one. I might have missed a little JT in there, RB1 action, but he's in there. He's in that same conversation, that top 5 locked in production. You have to put Saquon Barkley there. Don't value him as anything other than that because when he plays, he's elite. So you have to value him as such. Let's see, Herbert or Kyler this week? Who you like, Dan?
I'm gonna roll with Herbert just because again, Kyler is still coming off that ankle. I know the ankles could be kind of lingering. They may not ask him to do much in that game. I'm gonna just roll with Herbert. He looked good in the last couple of weeks, so I'm just gonna roll with Herbert on that one.
Facts.
Agreed.
Herbert is good. He's been struggling a little bit this year. Might have called that out or something. I don't know. Gesicki or Bateman this week? Who you like?
I assume that Gesicki is a secondary tight end, so you could probably start a receiver in that spot. I personally like Bateman a little bit more. I think they're trying to work him into the offense. I think he's a dog out there. If you've seen him play, man, he's just goes to get the ball. He's good after the yards after the catch. I mean, I just like the way he plays, hard and tough. So I would go Bateman.
Bateman, man. Feel like Bateman is one of those players you have to watch. Add or not in the 12 team. Absolutely add Rashad Bateman if you can. He's one of those players you have to watch on the field. And that's part of watching fantasy football and getting the edge. Somebody asked about that earlier. You got to watch the games and know who's making plays and be able to say, okay, even though he didn't score a touchdown today, maybe he didn't have 100 yards today, that guy has potential. So Rashad Bateman is that kind of player. Y'all like Amari Cooper and Miles Sanders for CeeDee Lamb? Clay, I'm gonna go to you on this one.
Yeah, go Clay.
Clay, I'm gonna go to you on this one and see what you got to say.
I know.
I feel like we about to see Deion Sanders backpedal right now. Backpedal.
I like the CD side for the upside. And I don't like Miles Sanders. I don't like how Philly uses their running backs. It's just you're going to run into a question mark. And so if you can get CD, I like the CD side better. Amari Cooper has been up and down. I think he's still going to get his production, but I think CD has a big upside, and that's what you want going into the playoffs.
They said all cap. I'm not sure what they were talking about, but all cap. Something we said was cap, but we don't spit cap. We spit number facts on the show. We are here live on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, doing this for y'all, man. A couple more questions. What time is it right now? 8:26. Couple more questions before we get off here. Just traded Debo, Chubb, and Ayuk for Diggs, Fournette, and Amari. Did I win? Dan, is that a win? Debo, Chubb, and Ayuk for Diggs, Fournette, and Amari?
I actually think it is a win. It's a win for me. When I look at it, I go, Diggs and Debo. I think that's honestly a wash to me. I think it's a wash. I like Debo. Debo's been great this year, phenomenal. But again, Diggs is an elite receiver. Just with Allen, and the Bills are fighting. The Bills are going to fight. The Niners are kind of still in it, but their record could turn for the worst too. So for me, I like the Diggs with Chubb and Fournette. You got Fournette, who's kind of on an elite offense, who can score some touchdowns. I would say Chubb is better, but kind of Fournette can kind of give that. And then Amari for Ayuk. No man, look, there's 2 Niners on that other squad. I like Amari Cooper to produce way more than Brandon Ayuk, and so I'm going to go with that other side. I'm going to go with the Diggs side.
Give me Diggs and Amari side. I'm with you, Dan. I feel like that's the kind of deal I would make. Sell high, buy low. I think that's an ideal move. Also trade DJ for Deontay Johnson. I'm pretty sure I won that deal. Yeah, you did. You did, man. What's good, boys? Got a question for y'all. Dude, X Vicious, what's happening? Waller or Pitts rest of the season? Who you like, Clay?
Man, I'm gonna go Pitts. I think he's gonna get guaranteed targets
over Waller.
I think he's got it. I mean, Pitts is getting guaranteed targets now. I mean, who else on that team is he fighting against? Like Waller's fighting with Dan's boy. God, I forgot his name.
Renfro or Edwards?
Renfro. Yeah, he's fighting for Renfro for targets. Like he's had like only a couple touchdowns in the season. Like I don't know. I think Pitts is and with that team, the way Atlanta plays, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. So give me Pitts. It's tough. It's close. It's not like way over the other, but I like Pitts in this situation.
Man, Waller, bro. We kind of shouted out that Waller move. Waller, and it came to fruition, unfortunately. Who should you pick in Madden besides the Vikings? Roll with the Bengals, bro. Give me some Jamar Chase, T. Higgins action, some Joe Burrow, some Joe Mixon. Get your ass to the Bengals and get some wins, man. That is a Madden team. That is a Madden team, ain't it?
Get Tampa.
Tampa, and that's too easy, man. That's a cheat team. You always trying to use the best team, front runner, man. Trying to use the best team.
He said he's playing Madden. I just want to give you the Madden squad.
Man. You got to use Joe Burrow is nice on Madden, bro.
Joe Burrow's nice.
Best hair in the league. I don't even know. Is it Odell still? Said Robbie
Anderson.
Herbert,
Island man. Boy. Herbert's got that Herbert look, man. Herbert got that.
Hell no, that should look like a bowl cut. That should look like a bowl. He just pressed the bowl on his head and cut the ends.
It ain't Cam.
He got that Hanson from 1999 haircut. That want to be a boy band haircut.
Derek Hanson.
Justin Herbert, man. Only thing that dude has right is his first name and first initial of his last name, Justin H. Other than that, he all right. Who won this deal? Dalvin Cook and Brandon Ayuk for Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh man, we know it's Taylor. Come on, man. I can't go back on my boy.
It's not really close. That one's not really close. Ayuk hasn't. He's been very underwhelming this year. So Taylor's locking in.
D-Hop, good to go. We're not sure yet. We're waiting for an update on injury report. Obviously, there's going to come out probably closer to Saturday or Sunday, and we'll know for sure then. We have no update on D-Hop. It looks like he's questionable heading into this week. Appreciate the questions, guys, coming in. Let's do two more. Hollywood, Hunter Henry, or AJ Brown. Which side you guys like?
Oh man, level up. Go AJ Brown, man. This is what you do later on the season. Go acquire a superstar, and that's AJ Brown.
I like it.
Facts, and he has the same thing. Yeah, go get Najee for Monty and Hunter Henry. That's the same thing. Same thing. All right, last one. Should I trade Hopkins for AJ Brown or Deontay Johnson, or should I keep him? D-Hop or AJ Brown or Deontay Johnson?
I think right now it depends on where you are in the standings. I think if you need that help, go get AJ Brown like right now. If you need to get wins and you can't eat that bye, I think AJ Brown is the target. I wouldn't do it for Deontay, but AJ Brown for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, that does it for the Gawds cast. All the help. Hey, if you guys are on TikTok, I see a few more questions in here. I'll just try to answer a few more before I head off right now. But you guys got to get on the Twitch, got to get on the YouTube. That's how we answer your guys' questions, man. McCurley Wolf said, y'all rock, man. Way too many questions answered to likes. Yes, sir. Hey, it's all good. We're not doing this for the likes. We do this for y'all, man. We here, we rocking with you guys. So that does it for another episode of the Gawds Cast. I'm gonna hang out, answer a couple more of these real quick. But yes, sir. He said you appreciate you guys. Have a good night. We out, man.
Yes,
Gawds, baby. Out. Hey, it's good to see you on here, bro.
What's up? Thank you.
We doing it more often, right, or what?
Yeah, let me know. I'm ready. All I do is work anyway and deal with these kids.
You look at Dan right now.
Man,
all right, y'all.
We out here, bro. We out here.
The GOAT.
Yes, sir.